War. War never changes. Anyway, what's a podcast group of boys that do when a friend is too drunk to drive home? They do what they always do. Podcast with spicy memes, additional drinks, and Fallout-related fanfictions trying to pass themselves off as creepypastas. Because podcasting waits for no man. Seth is still far too drunk to drive home, and war never changes.
Welcome to the Fearfic Podcast. Fearfic is the term for short horror fiction, mostly posted on the web. It includes any and all related subgenres. Join three assholes talking basement goo Slimebeast, inebriated interstellar traveler Abysmii, and irritable ghostly man-horde Dead Palette as they read all stories horror and internet-related, paragraph by paragraph, and bullshit while they do it. From adolescent revenge fantasies to subtle postmodern narratives about real-life events and everything in between, they read it and critique. You better believe it. Kick it to the cold open, white boy.
So Brandon is our Resident Evil expert and our Silent Hill expert. And both of these games, by June, will now be featuring in Dead by Daylight. We already know who came out for Silent Hills. It was Pyramid Head and girl from the one I don't know much about.
Silent Hill 3. It's really deep in the canon, all the way in the third fucking game.
Yep.
But like we don't know who's going to be licensed.
It's going to be Nemesis.
Well, that was my guess, but I have two questions. Number one, what do you think?
Nemesis.
Who's the survivor going to be? Leon? Jill?
There are hints that it's probably going to be Claire.
I'm quite curious about the male characters.
So, question: Wouldn't it behoove all parties involved if it was the tall lady?
But that game's not out yet.
So what? Who gives a fuck?
Game's not out. That's the thing, is just like what if she has canon abilities, and then it's just like, well, I learned it from Dead by Daylight before playing the game.
What are her powers?
Having a fat ass.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly,
crushing people with her
I'm gonna make a spicy hot take. She's not that attractive.
Ooh.
She's not even a snake. Like,
yeah, but it's quantity over quality.
True.
I know that anytime I see a woman who has more pounds than me, that I'm just like, yep.
Well, who did we have at 7 that was a looker? No one, really.
No one, because it was just a bunch of fucking yokels, and white people are disgusting.
Yeah, so...
What about the missing
Italian
girlfriend with her uncanny valley face?
She was fucking weird. Like, that was an unfortunate opening shot, because it was weird. Okay, so we know who it's probably going to be. Who, if you had pick of anyone in Resident Evil canon, who would you want the killer and the survivor to be?
Albert Wesker at the end of 5 with like a weird-ass tentacle.
I would want the survivor to be just to piss everybody off. I would want it to be the Mila Jovovich version of the Alice character, which I'm not sure if she ever existed in the games.
No,
I'm sure you guys know this, but didn't like 3 separate stunt people die in like the Resident Evil games?
Like a million stunt people die.
Freaking dying.
Yeah.
Which I don't get, because like are there very many car crashes in that?
Yeah, because it's basically a Fast and Furious movie disguised as a zombie movie.
Which one's the one where they're all in the desert?
I think that's the third one, but no, like a bunch of people lost their lives. A few people.
You can't say lost their lives unless it's like a ship accident.
Well, it's an unfortunate way to die working on the Resident.
I don't know. I feel like dying as a stunt person is a pretty sick way to die. I mean, like. On fire.
The good thing is they could still use them afterwards, so...
Yeah, that's a good shot, honestly.
Real dead bodies.
Just throw the body. It's just like, this body, let's be honest, they're doing a great job. Let's just, in post, copy this body a few times.
Is there a stuntman alive who wouldn't want his corpse used as a stuntman in a movie? Throw me at him, yeah.
They prop him up like a puppet, like a marionette. Ooh, I'm dead.
Video game.
Blow me up.
No, I think that those movies are excellent because you had people just straight up losing limbs and living their lives and suing the company, and the company's like, lol, you signed a waiver.
You're a stuntman.
You're a stuntman. It's fine.
Yeah, they
just dismemberment clause. Yeah,
they just put on the bare naked ladies. And they just fast forwarded the cassette tape. So dangerous, you had to sign a waiver, and like then they stopped it. And then
I was about to sing that song when
gestured to the door.
You know, the Canadian rap Mount Rushmore is just all four of the bare naked ladies. Just like there's no one else up there. They wrote one rap song. No one else raps in Canada.
Yeah. Well, people do rap in Canada, but they're Justin Trudeau. You can't show it.
Is that a deep Canada joke?
That's a blackface joke.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's
My name's
not
Trudeau,
the case.
and I'm here to say I love Canada.
Doing blackface is perfectly okay.
Yeah.
It was okay. It was a different time. The 90s let me be black and rhyme.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Barely the skin of my teeth.
At least you didn't fuck up.
No,
Brandon.
Hey, Fearfic Nate.
Yeah, are you going to introduce our audience to your buddy, your pal?
I'm actually a recurring character.
This is my friend Seth.
Broken?
Too drunk to drive home.
I mean, legally, probably. Physically.
Morally.
Yeah, more, yeah.
Seth actually drives better when he's drunk for everyone out there.
Don't worry.
I drive worse the more people are in the car.
And people are watching. It's them judging you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Abysmii, are you going to introduce your friend Timothy?
No.
You just going to let him sit there quietly?
No, you can shut the fuck up and you stay quiet.
Damn, timid Timothy.
His name is Timothy. That's me.
Wow. Timothy. He's just out here being named Timothy, not Tim.
Yeah.
We're going to read Fallout stuff today.
Oh, and how does that relate to Resident Evil or Dead by Daylight?
It doesn't.
Listen.
What Fallout character do you want in Dead by Daylight? I want Shooty McFace as the survivor.
I want Fallout, your kid in Fallout 4 to be the killer.
A Cazador would be insane because there's just
honestly the centaurs. Those things are pretty terrifying.
Yeah, we could do that.
If they programmed in a Cazador, just a giant wasp that follows you around, that would involve programming a new model.
But then it would just be Evolve.
Yeah, it would just be Evolve at that point.
Yeah,
scary Evolve. Shout out to all the people who fucking bought
who played Evolve for a month.
Dude, I had a friend who shilled that game so hard. In the like the week it came out, he just stopped talking about it.
What if the killer was just a dude in a big Fallout, is it Fallout Boy? What's the name of the fucking...
Pip-Boy.
Vault Boy. Vault Boy.
That's me, Fallout Boy.
Number one with a nuke. But yeah, if you had Vault Boy, just some dude in a big, gross, grungy Vault Boy outfit as the killer, and he just could, like, I don't know, maybe he would have an extended perk tree or something.
Well, so what you're describing is something I discussed with Paprika on stream. There needs to be either a separate game mode or just Dead by Daylight 2, which is just a bunch of goofy shit that people can enjoy. Like, they can be non-standard bipedal monsters and just have fun like that, because the game does suffer from sameness.
They are too afraid to do anything out of the norm because they want every character to be the same, because if it's too far out of the norm, the people who play Dead by Daylight competitively, which are fucking nerds. Which is hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking losers.
But unfortunately, everyone does, because you can only play ranked unless it's like a practice match with friends, so yeah.
I was
definitely something I don't like about the game.
Similar situation to now. I was at Chelsea's house sobering up, and I launched Dead by Daylight. And I'm like, hey, I'm gonna get a few rounds of casual Dead by Daylight in, and they're just
no
like,
such thing.
No, you've got to sweat hard.
Play some matches.
And I popped into a few matches, and people were super mad that I didn't know what was going on. It's just like, it's fucking Dead by Daylight, fam.
We just had a freaking season reset. Everyone should have been at 20 anyway. Whatever.
It was on PS4.
Oh,
it was on PS4 too, and people were taking it seriously.
Well, that makes even less sense. Yeah, who the fuck cares if it's on console?
How do you go pro at running away from somebody and clicking circles?
Professional victim.
Yeah.
They don't have a fucking esports league. They desperately want one, but nah, I don't see it happening.
You can't have an esports league of Dead by Daylight. I will not.
They don't even have dedicated servers, dude. It's never gonna fucking happen.
Yeah, you can't have an asymmetrical game that's like that.
No. Like, I enjoy the game.
Like Siege is like the most asymmetrical you're going to get.
You know, Dead by Daylight would have worked as a competitive game on, like, G4 in, like, the 2000s or something. Yeah. Like, where it would have been like, and up next as the killer is, and they bring out this, fat guy in a t-shirt. It's like, Rainbow Stainbow, whatever fucking dumb name they give these guys.
Rainbow Stain Pants.
Yeah, Rainbow Stain Pants. The Rainbow Stain.
So it's a source mod called The Hidden.
No.
I vaguely remember that.
I think it got like a slight resurgence a couple of years ago. It was sort of like an asymmetrical game, which more is like bunch like SWAT guys versus like Invisible Stab Man.
I think that a lot of old source mod games
ended up accidentally being plagiarized into
crawled
games.
Crawled as asymmetrical first-person games so that Dead by Daylight could rake in a lot of cash doing the same thing over and over again.
Let's be honest, it's like what we were talking about in the cold open. It's the licensed characters keeping it afloat.
Well, that's the weird thing. Like, the first, I would say 3 or 4 did, but Pyramid Head fucking flopped. Yeah. I have not seen a Pyramid Head killer in a game in a long-ass time, like, basically after that first week of release. I also haven't seen the K-pop killer that just came out once.
That is... you want to talk about fucking pandering?
Right?
God.
Like, okay, fine, it's a shameless cash grab, but no one's playing him.
Just make them overpowered like they do in Overwatch when a character is released to get them to play them.
Yeah.
Because it would look bad.
That's a classic Blizzard tactic anyway, just make the new thing overpowered.
Yeah, they release... yeah, exactly. They release Sigma. And it's just like, hey, what if D.Va just also had a shield? Wouldn't that be, like, cool? It's like, that sounds busted. Yeah. Anyway, here's D.Va with a shield.
Yep. But it's not D.Va with a shield because he's Dutch.
Is he? Oh, was he Dutch? No, whatever.
The What's Left of Overwatch podcast.
We always make fun of Overwatch. It's something we try not to do. Every time before recording, we're like, hey, no Overwatch this time? Yeah, okay.
So video games, Overwatch.
It's fucking D.Va hoodie, yeah.
We're like the Yakuza. We've cut off so many of Brandon's fingers for mentioning Overwatch.
Oh boy!
We cut off so many of his fingers. He's now only Diamond on Overwatch.
Well, I think everyone who's playing Overwatch still is Diamond because everyone who's they don't have enough people to be Bronze.
To fill out the Bronze.
True.
Yeah.
They're artificially raising everyone's elo rating just to make them happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally my theory. Yes. We're ready to start fucking doing our actual podcast.
No.
I've read one period. I read one sentence of this, and it already sounds awful.
Let's have a whoa judgment. Bad.
All right. So Seth is new. He doesn't realize that reading one sentence ahead of everybody else is a finger loss. So
let's all pretend like we didn't do that.
Let's you have to have we'll do that afterwards. We got to have the ritual.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into Fallout Effect. Who's this by?
Fuck this stuff.
This is first posted by Retardo the Magnificent.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
a good start. That's probably the name of his original Fallout character.
Yeah, and his
I think he was a staff member too, and that's not a joke.
He's a staff member of
I think he was.
I don't know. It doesn't say by, so this probably just was like scooped up from Paranormal Board and then like put here for all we know.
Okay. Elias, make that in the notes that we don't know who wrote this.
Write the author, put the author's username as the title of this episode.
Fuck.
Yes.
June 17th, 2012. It's my 10th birthday, and I can't believe I have to put up with this crap.
Damn it, I've aged another year. This is fucking bullshit.
Why am I not dead?
They won't let me go to school and socialize with my friends. Look at all the stuff they've taken from me. I can't even go out and grill with my friends. I hate my dad. Why would he make such a stupid decision? Why did he move to this stupid Vivos bunker when I was a baby? It's my birthday today, and instead of having fun and playing games outside like a regular kid...
he didn't say games, you added that. How dare you.
Oh, my lord.
Brandon's always playing games.
Playing outside games like tag and toilet tag and freeze tag and all of the fun
TV tag
and TV tag.
What is toilet tag?
Toilet tag as well, but I wanted because I forget what toilet tag was, but I still don't know what TV tag is.
Toilet tag is freeze tag, and so you get frozen, but you have to put your hand up like it's a flusher, and they have to. Someone has to come around and flush your hand down.
I've seen that. That does make sense.
Totally not what I thought it was.
Maybe that's an Ohio thing.
All right, everybody.
No, toilet tag is where you couch surf and discreetly leave upper deckers in people's toilets and then run out of the house.
There you go. I thought it was going to be like, okay, did everybody drink all their juice and have a good lunch and everybody's all full up? Let's go play tag. Okay, everybody freeze there now. Good luck.
It's just a little bro, let's play.
What?
I still don't know what TV tag was.
TV tag, like you had to freeze in place when you were tagged. You had to stop and freeze. Like, oh no, that's just freeze tag.
No. A lot of games are freeze tag, but with like a dumb twist.
Yeah.
TV tag is you're frozen in place, but you have to say the name of a TV show, but it can't be the name of another TV show that another kid said, or you beat the fuck out of them.
Dude, that was the best. Back when it's like
beating the shit out of kids.
Beatings were just part of fun and games. back when Smear the Queer was a game.
I was going to say TV tag : Smear the Queer was not the funnest game to play in my childhood.
Smear the Queer, it was just like neutral flag CTF.
Yeah, sure.
Back in my day, we didn't have no
neutral flag football.
We didn't have no capture the flag in Team Fortress 2. We just
here, hold this flag. Why is it rainbow? Don't pay any attention.
Don't pay any attention to that. Playing outside like a regular kid. I get to eat some crappy tasting cake in a cramped cafeteria.
So immediately, if this kid was a baby when they moved to the bunker, this is all that he's known. And how would he know about playing outside? Maybe he saw some tapes or something, but that's not like, man, I really wish I could have done this thing that I've never had an experience with.
Maybe they just stand in the open doorway of the bunker and look out. Like, oh, look at those kids. Oh, yeah. Oh, well.
Early aughts kids remember. You can't compare early aughts kids to 90s kids. I'm sorry, we're just better.
Okay. This is like before and or as the bombs dropped. Okay.
Yeah,
I guess so.
And how do Bebe's kids figure into this?
Well, I'm not going to say it. Never mind.
They're all dead. What? Bebe's kids. Where are they now?
Is that going to be a show in the world of Fallout? Is instead of MTV Cribs, it's just like MTV Bunkers?
Yeah.
It's just like, let's go down. Hey, everybody, let me show you my...
Welcome to Vault 77.
Bunker for P. Diddy.
Almost everyone here is either a complete whack job or a jerk. The only real friend I have is Amada.
Oh,
what's Amada?
Gay
fucking weeb.
Oh my god, I can't believe that we're actually... this is supposed to be fucking Fallout 3?
Yeah.
I don't get it. What's Amada?
Amada is a character in Fallout.
What's Amada? What's Amada, you?
No, I think Amada is one of the characters in the vault at the beginning of 3. Yeah. So this is not a creepypasta.
At least it's not a Lamplight character. That place is just built for pedos.
Yeah, it literally is.
Can always count on her. It's times like this I think it wouldn't be in this situation if it weren't for my mom dying. Aw. I think that her death. I think it was her death that drove Dad to make us move down here. My party's gonna start in about an hour, and hopefully Dad has at least managed to find me something decent. This kid's a bit of a twerp.
I hate this.
Yeah, no.
Good.
Well, son, your mom's dead, so we're gonna go live underground.
Now, Maxie, go tell Amada.
Now, Maxie.
The only reason why.
Maxie, the world outside's getting far too liberal. We gotta go live in a vault bunker.
God damn it.
Eat your crap cake.
It's made of mutated crabs, man.
See, when we're down this deep into the earth, it's like we're living right next door to your mom.
Oh, shit. I think, June 25th, 2012, these entries have dates. I think Dad's gone crazy. He gave me a fucking gun. No, he's just a cool dad.
Wow.
I don't know what I'm supposed to...
Okay, is there a fucking gun in the Fallout franchise? And what does it launch?
In certain mods, yes.
Yeah.
Person's supposed to... Are they self-inserting as the protagonist from Fallout 3?
I think for sure. That's exactly what's happening.
For sure. Yeah. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with it down in this vault. Kill people. But he doesn't seem to care. Mr. Almodovar, or the Overseer, as he likes to call himself, gave me a pretty cool digital watch. I have no idea what that would refer to. I wear it so much like it's welded to my wrist. I got nothing of value from anyone else. This is a selfish little prick.
Well, it's his birthday. Or it was.
Is it his birthday?
Yeah. It was.
It was his birthday, like, a fucking 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, get over it,
I haven't got all my presents. It's been 2 weeks.
They're all getting shipped in.
They're all getting shipped in from China.
December 28th, 2012. It's past the quote-unquote day of the apocalypse, and nothing has happened. Big surprise.
Is it the day of the apocalypse because Obama got reelected?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was it 2012?
Yeah.
2008, okay.
Now, Maxie, I'm pretty sure that Michelle Obama might be a man. Dad.
But.
Big surprise. My dad keeps insisting that the end will soon be upon us, and that I should be thankful I'm in such a protected place. I try to convince him he's mad, but he won't pay me any mind. Dad, you're mad. You're angry. You're just you're full of rage, Dad.
Oh, Lord. Where are we at?
February 13th, 2014.
Drunken fucker.
Listen. I'm trying to have a good white boy summer here.
Abysmii he's been drinking, and it's going to be impossible to control him on the episode.
I might have had a little bit of a white boy summer.
Yeah.
February 13th, 2014. I sneaked into my dad's office today, him being the vault's only dentist. He has information on all the residents. Yeah.
So, the character is 12 now? 2 years later?
My dad has information on all of you. I know the state of each of your molars.
I have access to all of your wisdom through your
I figured I might be able to get some inside information on Christine by accessing his computer. I'm guessing, I can't remember, but I'm guessing Christine is a character in the initial vault.
It's Christine Amata, yeah.
Here's the problem, like, if I've played Fallout 3, I don't remember who Christine is, so
she's
if you
an
haven't
important
played,
character to the lore.
If you haven't played Fallout 3, you're like, okay, who the fuck is Christine? Why are we first hearing about her now?
Yeah, this character seems oddly obsessed with... Well, it has been 2 years.
Are you the same people? Is Amata and Christine the same person?
Maybe in the intervening time has just been like, anyway, I've developed a hatred for Christina.
Well, maybe...
Oh, yeah. Christine is Christine Amata. It's the...
Oh, I was thinking really? Maybe he was just excited to get his first car, Christine.
Yeah.
It's sweet Christine. You know, when you turn 16...
No, I'm wrong. Christine Kendall is different from Amata. So, never mind.
That's Amata of opinion.
Fuck. I found nothing and was about to leave before I noticed his personal journal was left open.
Yeah.
I read the most recent entry.
That was me? So
yep.
The Novocaine transport pipe is a leak at point 323XY3. Wow, clever. A constant supply of Novocaine is being added to the air supply due to the security and health implications repairing.
Hell yes.
Where's it come from?
Yeah, I do feel like I don't really feel like the Novocaine needs to be supplied via pipes going through the entire building. But
Vault 73 was built beneath a Novocaine underground lake.
It was built in a dominant. It was built in a dormant Novocano. There we go.
I couldn't understand most of what he was talking about due to being 12. I heard the footsteps approaching, so I quickly ran back to my room.
So the Novocaine pipe is leaking. It happens to be right next to the ranch dressing pipe.
Yeah.
Gotta be careful.
This kid's a fucking nerd. I quickly closed my computer and ran away when I was looking at porn, not wanting to get caught. He's looking up fucking Novocaine dental records.
So is that just what's happening in every single vault in Fallout? There's just a Novocaine pipe, a ranch dressing pipe,
That's it.
Yeah. That's
the only two pipes.
The three pipes.
Scientists have determined the only two substances you need for a healthy growing body is Novocaine and ranch dressing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Yeah, so It's a special day. They're, it's my birthday. They're giving me extra Novocaine and ranch dressing.
Extra Novocaine ranch.
Oh my God. Novocaine and ranch dressing is the height of white boy summer. We need to somehow get that out.
God damn it.
It's like 2 dipping cups. One is just
It's like the oxygen bars back in the 90s. It's just like...
And that's the ranch dressing, yeah.
I fully intend to make more embarrassing white boy summer fucking videos and GIFs, because that shit is hilarious to me.
Shout out to Chet Hanks for having the whitest thing.
I think they interviewed Tom Hanks's dad and tried to ask him hey, so
Tom Hanks's dad is alive?
Yeah.
Dude,
No, Chet Hanks' dad is Tom Hanks.
Okay, so they interviewed Tom Hanks, the actor.
They're asking him about Chet, and he's just he's a real creative special boy or something, basically.
Yeah, what do you expect? That my son is a degenerate.
Well, media, my son Maxie's over here. He's having a good white boy summer.
Just double down on it.
But your son is entirely black and a dog.
January 16, 2015. I was incredibly bored one day, as I was most days, so I decided to snoop around Dad's office. He has a bobblehead with a huge medical syringe on his desk for some reason. I found his journals again and decided to read. The gap has slowly widened over the last year. The Novocaine doses are increasing. At this level, we expect minor brain damage as a side effect. I warned Alphonse of the implications, but he's gone mad with power. No, see, they're never going to want to give up the Novocaine because of the implication. At this rate, the leak is doomed to increase in size. Permanent brain damage will be the result. I wouldn't be surprised if hallucinations start to set in after enough time has passed. I hope to God things resolve themselves.
I don't think that's a bad premise of just a vault underground where people can't escape and everyone's getting caned up.
I do feel like I hope something resolves is kind of lazy, and
it requires a Novocaine pipe to exist as a premise.
Yeah, but that's awesome. That's like Soliquid.
Soliquid.
Goddamn.
It's fucking great.
Remember Soliquid?
Wait a minute. Novocaine transport pipe has a leak at 0.323XY3. How long is this pipe?
The fuck? Fucking long pipe.
Yeah, and for some reason, they can't just go and fix it. They don't have a gas mask that they could wear.
That's a 3-day trip. We can't. If we're down in the Novocaine tunnels, we'll die.
Well, we're just going to have a good time in the Novocaine tunnels.
What if we get eaten by Novocaimans? What?
How wide is the Novocaine tunnels?
It's increasing.
Yeah, a large part of building the vault was them building the infrastructure around the Novocaine supply.
Is there a constant? Does the Novocaine pipes connect to all the different vaults across America?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, for sure. Mm-hmm. That's part of Biden's new infrastructure plan. Novocaine pipe.
They have a Novocaine pipe. I didn't know what Novocaine was. Okay. I didn't know what Novocaine was, but I sure knew what brain damage was. And then I didn't suddenly. I think it was the Novocaine damage to the brain. Did I know what Novocaine was earlier in the day?
What's Novocaine?
What's a brain? Who am I? I immediately confronted my dad about what he wrote. He passed it off as a novel he was writing. It explains things better than it being true. I'll choose to believe it for now. Fucking... What's the name of this author again? With that narrator? That narrator's logic?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if it's the author.
They're all complacent in the great Novocaine leak.
God damn it.
The government's putting Novocaine in the airways.
It's turning the frogs really chill.
It's turning the frogs dead.
Yeah. Okay. So can someone in the comments, if you were a Novocaine expert, tell us how much Novocaine it takes to OD a frog?
Yeah.
I'm curious. August 4th, 2017. I'm suffering what I believe to be terrible hallucinations. I'm seeing giant cockroaches. Oh my god.
Oh no.
And my watch has become oddly high tech.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck?
This is a alternate theory about everything in Fallout is a Novocaine high. So
yeah,
that's what
I was going to make that joke, but it's kind of just turning into that.
It's literally becoming that.
And what do teeth do?
They chomp off reality. Well, I don't know where you're getting at.
When your teeth rot, what do?
Fallout.
Yep.
Damn.
Damn.
Full time.
Wow.
This whole time.
10 out of 10. It just turned the quality of the story right around. Holy shit.
They have played us like fiddles. I vaguely remember my dad's journal talking about this, so I ran into his office and started reading.
He's just running everywhere high on Novocaine. Flopping
You
into
can't run
walls.
high on Novocaine. It's not possible.
You're just flopping around like...
Jared,
I'm sure of it. Everyone's going mad from Novocaine. They're starting to fabricate things in their senses. Okay. I'm terrified that these hallucinations even penetrate one's memories.
That's something that a child writes.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is a journal, my bad.
Yeah, it's just
it's as if completely altered your perception.
Yeah, you know that unquantifiable, misunderstood gas, Novocaine, that science knows nothing about? Apparently it does all this.
Been using for decades.
God damn it.
Especially a dentist, of all people, not knowing what Novocaine is.
It's as if people are drugged by this gas. Like, yeah.
The Novocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Everything is livable. No one is crazy beyond reason, but things persist to an uncomfortable point. Unbearable. That's what that says.
Yeah, that's no C.
See, I have a spotter this time to help me read things.
You have 2 spotters every time.
You have 2 spotters and 3 times.
I'll be forced to try to repair the pipe myself.
I want to see this movie.
Yep.
I want to see this underground vault of people high off their asses on Novocaine, and someone has to make the brave sacrifice to repair the Novocaine pipes from the Novocano.
There's just one addict who's just Novocaine Charlie, who's just over by the leak all the time, and they're just like, well, I guess we got to send this guy.
Just latch to it like a lamprey eel.
Yeah.
Man,
I tell you what, I didn't know why my parents named me Novocaine Charlie, but now it makes sense.
That's Charlie.
I've come to understand my destiny.
It is foretold in the scrolls that Novocaine Charlie will suck pipe.
Why would Dad say such things? The giant roaches have always been there, ever since I was born. I even shot one on my birthday. And the robot had worked at Dad's office for years. He was even at my party. The sheer implication he was making.
The audacity of it.
Going crazy. It's preposterous. I'm sure this is just an inventive story of his. I'm sure everything is fine. Everything's fine.
Mm-hmm.
These are all words.
Oh, boy.
All right, I'll take this one. September 11th, 2001. My God, what a hallucination we all had.
Okay, you know what's weird? We're reading this in 2021, and this is dated forward from when it was written like 10 years, and we're actually past where it's ending.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. September 24th, 2018. Today is the day of the big test. I'm really excited. I hope I'll become a laundry cannon operator. Ooh, or maybe a Pip-Boy programmer. That would be so cool. Well, I better get going. I don't want to be late. Hopefully I won't run into Bitch and the Tunnel Snakes. Sorry, Butch and the Tunnel Snakes on my way there.
Did you guys play Fallout 3?
Not putting respect on the name of the leader of the Tunnel Gang, the Tunnel Snakes. Jesus Christ.
Hopefully
I played like the first third of Fallout 3 and then I gave up because I hated it.
Hopefully I don't run into Bitch and the fucking tunnel sluts. March 11th, 2021.
Would you want to run into them?
Do you want some tunnel sluts?
I don't know. It depends.
Not if it's by the Novocaine pipes. Ain't no one going to feel anything.
Yeah. Are they Novocained up?
I mean,
consent is important, folks. March 11th, 2021. I found a note from my father. Son, the vault is falling into ruin. I need to try my best.
Why are you Bernie Sanders?
Yeah, you need to be. Who is the guy who voiced the dad in Fallout 3? It was somebody important. Liam Neeson.
Yeah, Liam Neeson.
Oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, hit us with your Liam Neeson.
I don't
like
know
the
who
idea
you are or where
Bernie
you are,
Sanders.
but I'll find you and kill you.
I like the idea that Bernie Sanders goes to the vaults.
Son, the vault is falling into ruin. I need to try my best to repair the Novocaine pipe. For some reason, I'm the only one not affected by the gas. Okay? If I don't succeed, if I fail, or I
He's just got to contact ice for so long.
Yeah. It's been sucking it out of people's mouths. If I don't succeed or something goes wrong, I'm leaving the vault. What? If something goes wrong, you'll be dead, probably.
Yeah.
Son, you mustn't leave. Everyone in the vault has gone homicidal. Thanks, Dad. And I don't know what they'll do to you. I'm not even sure if you can understand this letter, but just know that I love you. Wait. Everyone... I'm leaving the vault.
Yeah.
Son, do not leave the vault. Everyone in the vault is a killer, and I don't know what they'll do to you. What?
Yeah, like, is he locked in a vault within the vaults? Is he safe? How is he safe?
Now
well,
we're getting
apparently we're all high on Novocaine because we don't fucking understand what they're trying to tell us. Stay here, there are killers that will kill you.
Now we're in a totally different show, Pimp My Vault. We heard you like vaults, so we put a vault in your vault. Mm-hmm. And then this entry ends with, "That is so silly. Silly Daddy." The father's trying to tell him this, and the kid's just like touching the father's face and stretching his cheeks out. Silly Daddy, you're so funny. Oh, silly.
Well, I know that every dentist I know is just a pro plumber who knows how to repair pipes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, what is the teeth system but a series of tubes? I mean,
It's even called the teeth system. It's the fifth system in the body.
It's the third humor.
Yeah.
You got your bile, you got your guile, you got your teeth.
Mm-hmm. You got your bile, you got your guile, you got your E-Honda, you got your Blanca.
March 12th. Amada woke me up. She said that there was a lockdown.
Oh,
well, accurate.
Damn. Predicting the future. Officers are patrolling halls again.
Oh.
Father has escaped. Also.
She gave me a pistol and ran off. My God, I see what's happened. My father wasn't crazy. He was telling me the truth. He was trying to save us all. Everything I knew was a figment of my own creation. These ridiculous uniforms everyone wore, the giant cockroaches.
Uniform with mask.
Everyone needs to wear a mask.
The giant cockroaches in Washington, yeah.
Yeah.
Replaced robot with a certain...
robot doctor.
With a certain demographic.
The Inuit doctor, yeah.
The robot Fauci, yes. It was all so ridiculous. How could I have been so stupid as to get the vaccine?
Now, what is this kid's reaction to everything in this story? Here we go. What does this say?
I ran into my room.
Running around again. Running everywhere.
With pipes wide open. Get high off Novocaine. I ran around my room.
Jesus. I see Jesus in pipes.
We're stretching now.
Getting piped by Jesus, yeah.
Determined to escape with my father, I cut a path of blood along my way, shooting.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Pretty metal, yeah.
I'd like to do that as a kid in middle school.
Shooting what I thought were giant cockroaches and officers. Who knew if they were real or not? I shot the overseer in cold blood and walked away with from the sobbing form that was Amada.
Anita Sarkeesian.
God damn it.
Anita Sarkeesian was like, why? Why do games have to be violent?
It's not my fault. It's not my fault that Amada is not a real name and Anita is a real name.
Amada is a real name.
No, it's not a good one, though.
Not for white people.
It's not a real name.
I exited the vault. The exit to the vault was within reach. I could feel my mind on fire. Everything worked before my eyes. I collapsed to the ground.
And that's the end of the story. Let's move on.
No. We've got 3 more left. Date unknown. Woke up at the entrance to the vault. Still had my uniform, still had my Pip-Boy. It was all the same. I looked around. The barren landscape extended for miles. I was free of the vault, yet everything remained the same. How could this be? It hit me. It's all real. I was sane. My father was the crazy one. Nothing in the story matters. I had entered into a new post-apocalyptic world, and it was mine for the taking. I felt unstoppable. I picked up a radio signal on my watch and stood running through the scorched field. On the horizon was what appeared to be a shanty town of some sort. I had a good feeling about this. I was on top of the world. I was unstoppable. I was the lone wanderer.
Yeah, they said
quick save, quick load key and everything.
Yeah. I had the power of Kim.
I have the power. I have the powder.
Game.
Subject 134 is one of our most interesting cases. We have no name for him for some reason, but he calls himself the Lone Wanderer. He was found running around the D.C. area, screaming, shouting, and talking to random foliage. He was also reported to be seen shooting at wildlife with a BB gun. On closer inspection, he insists upon thinking he is in a post-apocalyptic landscape. He insists upon calling Meet Lucas Sims, the sheriff someplace he calls Megaton.
Oh, Lord.
I hate this.
Cool.
Who wants to randomly read next?
You do.
He keeps telling us that his cell is a house I provided him upon defusing the bomb in the center of town. The bomb he is referring to is what I believe to be the sculpture in the courtyard. We let him out occasionally. He always has the same reaction. He insists upon being in an apocalyptic world. We have no idea where he came from. He appeared to pop up out of nowhere. All we know for sure is that he shows little hope for improvement. Story done.
Damn. What a novel twist. It's never once been done before.
Well, and it's slightly better if it wasn't, hey, Fallout 3, the video game, which is a work of fiction. Does the character in the story know it's a work of fiction or not?
Maybe he was a schizophrenic kid who did play Fallout 3.
See, that would be more interesting.
And he was made schizophrenic because of violent video games.
Well, no, he's made schizophrenic because of all the Novocaine he was huffing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Listen, I don't think it's the violent video games causing kids to go out and do these school shootings. It's the Novocaine. We gotta start making kids get their cavities filled in without Novocaine.
Novocaine crisis has eclipsed the opioid crisis.
Has anybody put together the data between mass shootings and dental work?
100% of all mass shooters have gone to the dentist.
Hey, there you go.
Our dentists themselves.
Goddamn.
I don't know what to tell you. It's just this Novocaine mafia crew.
Wait a minute. Dylan Roof of your mouth? What
Damn.
other? So do these all line up? I don't know any other mass shooter names.
That's probably a good thing.
The Virginia Tech of Novocaine Studies.
Yeah, Johnny Moeller.
Johnny Moeller. Hey, it's your boy Johnny Moeller. Hey!
You're at the Mayor of America.
Mayor of the Fazoli's.
Yeah, Mayor at the Fazoli's.
The Fazoli's.
The
only one. Our local cuisine, the Fazoli's.
What the fuck?
Do you not have a Fazoli's where you live? I don't really think Fazoli's is that big of a chain. Probably it's not good enough for a restaurant to be.
It is a big chain.
I don't, dude. It's like how what's that what's that California pizza place?
Yeah,
it's like how that place isn't that big of a chain. But
Abysmii, do they have California Pizza Kitchen in California?
Yeah. Abysmii, do they have California?
Where's California? Point it out on the map.
No, it's Fazoli's is huge across fucking Kentucky. So like,
well,
it's crazy. People, it's weird how Donato's is such a small franchise. Considering it's literally the best takeout pizza.
Well, so okay, there is a Fazoli's in California, and both of them are in LA and nowhere else. So
they're right next to each other.
They're not far from each other. Well, I mean, it is far considering LA traffic, but yeah.
If you eat at Fazoli's, you can eat anywhere.
Mm-hmm. So now that we've read a terrible alternate theory about Fallout, what are we're departing from this and we're going to read something interesting, right?
Yeah, Fallout, New Vegas Haunted Hotel.
No.
Yeah. Yep. This is on the Angel Gamer Creepypasta.
Oh,
my favorite.
Angle Gamer.
Angle Gamer. Everybody, shout out.
I think we got a forward. Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe an index.
It's important. It's unfortunate. Hey, rip Lolpasta Wikia.
Yeah.
Because that got shut down for some fucking reason.
Now you can go to trollpasta.com.
Yeah, Trollpasta is unfortunate, but it's so shitty that like
it's a sad day for the Creepypasta fan base.
Yeah. Can we get some F's in the chats and some likes and some subscribes and
depressed fan base?
If we can get to 10,000 subscribers tonight, we'll have a 24-hour Creepypasta readathon.
Vigil/readathon.
Vigil.
I was thinking Vigil as well, but man, 24-hour readathon, that would be.
We can do it.
We can do it.
Dude, that would require so much.
I will totally.
So much Novocaine. Yeah, no, we need a lot.
Dude, we will need Novocaine pipe directly to our houses.
I'm going to contact the city and have them open up the Novocaine pipe and just direct into my apartment.
With Google Novocaine.
You just call, like, the city authorities, like, how do I get the, my Novocaine pipe hooked up? Because I've been given the runaround and I don't really know.
I'm surprised nobody ever asked us this.
Nobody ever asked this.
Everyone comes in and it's like, how do I build my new apartment complex? Hey, I want to install solar panels. No one wants to tap into all the Novocaine pipes. It's weird.
Structure.
Oh, Lord.
The Novosphere.
Yeah, I'm big in the Novosphere.
I'm on that cane, like, every day, man.
I'm on that cane.
I cane my kids when I get the chance. I mean, fuck.
What a boring drug to be addicted to.
It's like fucking
like sleeping gas.
Yeah.
Novocaine just makes you not feel anything. It's just a numbing agent. Like, just like, yeah, I don't feel anything.
Yeah.
Leprosy mode.
Yeah, I'm really big into put some special K onto my cane trips.
If I want to feel nothing, I'll just like turn on fucking YouTube and try to find something good to watch.
Oh shit!
Still try.
I don't. Yeah.
Like, if nothing, would you just bust but not feel it?
I don't.
All you would feel is just like the hormone dump when you feel
the hormone.
Yeah.
Would you though? Like, because how does the hormone dump really manifest? You get like kind of some external like skin feelings or something. Like, I don't know.
Skin feels all feely.
All I know is that the word or the term hormone dump sounds like something that you get when you're like a pro sports player. It's like, I take a hormone dump. You know what I'm saying?
You've been I'm so sorry. You've been disqualified from the Olympics for blood doping and hormone dumping. This really isn't allowed.
Hormone dumping all over the track.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
you have no estrogen or testosterone.
It's like creatine shits, but it's hormone dumps.
Famous athlete was discovered today to be hormone dumping to make room for all of his blood doping. He was shitting out all of his hormones to put more blood into his body.
Sounds about right.
He was just giving himself blood enemas, thinking that that's how blood doping works.
Just drinking blood.
Just drinking blood.
Fallout Vegas, New Vegas Hotel, Vegas Hotel. That's our story.
Oh, you can check out, but you can never leave.
Great.
Oh my
Speaking
lord.
of checked out.
Yeah. This is the first creepypasta I ever wrote, is what the foreword says. Something, no aesthetics. Anyway, foreword. Throughout the playthrough of New Vegas, how many times does the player happen upon a skeleton of some long-dead human?
You're not
possibly
saying this
a victim
right. You're not saying this right.
No.
Throughout the playthrough of New Vegas, how many times does a player happen upon the skeleton of some long-dead human? I'm MacPat. Is Fallout really full of skeletons?
Top 10 is skeletons.
Are they putting Novocaine in the water to make us all numb to the takeover of the government?
Yeah.
Takeover of skeletons?
Are the skeleton wars already in progress?
If we take out your teeth now, you won't be much of a threat when you're a skeleton.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point you're just kind of a boner. Possibly a victim of the nuclear holocaust.
Well, after that.
Yeah. No, that was a good joke, and nobody just appreciated me for it. The nuclear holocaust that destroyed America or some...
Holocaust?
Yeah, nuclear holocaust.
Can we say that word?
Yeah, no.
Nuclear? Yeah.
Nuclear hololive cost that destroyed America and some poor scavengers who got in over their heads. Yeah. Thinking they could scavenge off the American tax box. Scavenge our jobs. They're just pulling the jobs off of our corpses.
Dredging them out of the...
Oh, my lord. We passed the remains without a second thought. But if we look closely, we could glean some very interesting information from these cases.
Glean is an awful word.
Yeah.
Can we not read this? I don't want to read people's alternate theories.
I want to see Brandon
about...
struggle through all of this. It's kind of great.
Oh my god.
I don't want to read about fucking Fallout and people's theories.
They should have to put their age at the time of writing this, just so that we can judge it accordingly.
Well,
if it said 16, I'd be fine, all right.
I mean, it's probably 12, and we don't, a lot of what we read is someone's first, story they've ever written, so,
sure.
Yeah, we really don't judge the authors, we just judge the story.
No,
but, 100% this person's 12.
If there's a contact information, I feel like we'd be able to just dox this loser.
Hey, so read your story that you posted back in 2011. Piece of shit.
I just feel like, these stories are all in Fallout 30, the taco stand out in the wastelands. You know that taco stand? Well, what about this and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't know about the taco stand. I haven't played Fallout 30. I don't care if the guy who ran the taco stand was actually a serial killer in your theory.
I can't believe that you don't care about the lore of Point Lookout's hot tamale dealer.
No.
Right next to Novocaine Joe's dispensary.
Novocaine.
Hey.
Damn.
Okay, fine. To appease Slimebeast, we'll find something else.
Yay.
Okay, this one's called My Experience at Disney's River Country.
Fine.
Link it.
I don't want to read fucking Fallout.
It's so long. That is a giant paragraph.
Okay, we gotta find a shorter one.
No.
We're talking about the Fallout one.
Oh, the Fallout. Well, I mean, this one, it's not short.
Looks long, but it's also been shifted a bunch.
Yeah.
There's lots of Reddit spacing going on in this.
This is a big old Reddit story, my dude.
What is that scroll thing? What is that supposed to be?
I don't know. That's why I wanted to read it.
Is that like a cipher? Is that like a little...
It looks broken.
I don't know that I'm ready to decode stuff.
How come there's all this fucking... What is this? Like fried onions? Like...
Pasta?
How come there are all these fucking fried onions?
Those
little crunchy things you see on salads, like tortilla chip curls.
Okay, you know what? Here we go. This one says, feel free to psychoanalyze and roast. Very short story.
Based.
Oh, it's spaghetti in the background. I get it.
Uh-huh.
It looks more like some kind of Johnny Marzetti.
Some Johnny.
That's Johnny Marzetti. Look at that. Keep ground.
Okay, so we're going to read. Feel free to psychoanalyze and roast. Okay.
That's the name?
Yeah, that's the name of the story.
It's one paragraph, so take it away.
Yeah, go for it.
Am I reading it?
Oh, hell yeah, you are.
Oh, fuck. Okay. It's back again. It seeps in through every crevice.
It's Novocaine.
It's Novocaine.
My Novocaine. My body is full of them, and smoothed over by the routine. It all pours out so easily. It traveled in my blood in a turbulent rage. Traveled in my blood.
Remember that game Routine that isn't going to come out ever?
No.
Where you're trapped on the space station?
Yeah, Among Us. Yes, I've played Among Us. No. Begins in summer.
Is that
familiar?
Wait a minute. That line, is that a Rage Against the Machine lyric? Travels in my blood in a turbulent rage. It travels in my blood in a turbulent rage. It travels in my blood in a turbulent rage.
Do you believe in the rules of society? Do you believe society's lies? No.
The lead singer of Rage Against the Machine goes up on stage and he's got the microphone up to his face and he's like, have you ever wondered about all those skeletons you see in Fallout? You pass a bandit skeleton lying in bed. How did he die? Nuclear apocalypse? Did he get it over his head?
Well, because it's him reading that Creepypasta.
Oh, my lord.
The time when they showed up and they were all just stood there naked and didn't actually play a show.
Is that a thing?
Oh, yeah, it's a long time ago, but it happened. Everybody was like, that's so cool.
It didn't happen. It was on Novocaine.
Cool. It's making a statement that they can get paid to show up and not do anything.
Statement that, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I won't be wearing clothes.
Fuck you, I'm gonna take cocaine.
They're just up there all with unshaped dicks. Unshaved dick? What are you doing out here with your unshaved dick, you bitch?
I thought you said that they have hammer and sickle-shaped dicks.
I mean,
look, okay, rule number 4 of White Boy Summer, unshaved dicks, we're doing them, alright?
Do not talk about communism.
Rule 4 of White Boy Summer, everybody out there, you gotta shave your dick.
You know what? Yeah, everyone in the comments, tell me what you're doing for White Boy Summer, I want to hear it.
No, don't solicit our audience to tell you about their dicks. Jesus Christ.
Yes, these are 2 dangerous topics, but they should be talked about.
Listen, gang, I think we need to have an open sonic conversation about shaving your dick.
Did you say an open sonic conversation?
That's fair, too.
If you go to Sonic right now, I guess you can get some of those blue drinks.
A Red Bull.
Hey, Sonic, you're shaving your dick.
Oh, my God.
If Abysmii's trying to see your shaven dick, that's not cool.
Not cool.
Unless
maybe
White Boy Summer.
Except during White Boy Summer.
Then it's not illegal.
Leave some relish on that chili dog.
Oh my. Ooh.
Nope, he meant really literal relish.
Literal relish?
No,
okay.
there's no...
No sour dough mix?
What?
Listen.
This would be the sourdough mix.
Were you trying to say sauerkraut? Sourdough mix?
Oh, Lord. All of these dog whistles convalescing.
Now, Brandon, I am in full support of your hot dog stand that you've opened up here, but I'm wondering, are you a bit drunk? Because all I got was a hot dog bun with like a fork in it instead of the hot dog. It's got
Brandon, we gave you one paragraph. One paragraph.
Oh, my Lord.
It did suck, so...
Yeah. Roasted.
Sorry, too edgy.
Too edgy.
We still psychoanalyzed it.
Yeah, we're saying...
It's actually, we invented... Wait. 3 hours ago. Wow, this is recent.
Yeah. Familiar friend of mine.
It was
so much
posted
so
when we started this episode.
It really did. Yeah.
You just found it as like the latest entry.
So much so we latched together in ecstasy. Cringe. The lust makes us one, and so we act as though without thought, a hive mind born through transhumanism. Cool.
Oh.
Now we searched within the bloodlust
32 paragraphs
for any semblance of roots in reality. We looked into myself and reflected on every image that passed through my temporal body. Bubble.
So you're really going to say roots in reality and not describe where goes gravity?
Oops, gravity. Oops.
Jeez.
My temporal bubble.
I mean, that's just what Zarya does.
True.
Welcome back to the Overwatch podcast. Where
back on track after that half-hour segment.
45 minutes at least.
Back to the Overwatch podcast where nobody plays Overwatch. Is still really bad for some fucking reason.
The game doesn't matter.
Welcome to Overwatch where the points are made up and the game doesn't matter.
Your ELO rank is made up.
Yeah.
I have gold as Zenyatta. Oh my god. They rushed together.
Did somebody tell me, shut up, we're not reading this anymore. I had somebody tell me this it's a girlfriend class, and I slapped them for that.
No, Zenyatta
is a high skill.
Is a high skill.
Honestly, not even unironically.
Pro League character.
You have to click on heads to be good at Zenyatta.
You really do.
Alright, see you next week, folks.
Bye.
Fuck.
This has been the Fear Fiction Podcast. Your hosts are Abysmii, Dead Palette, and Slimebeast. Music by Abysmii. Art by C.F. Comer. Voiceover by Atticus Jackson. Edited by Elias the Intern. Subscribe to Fearfic on YouTube to stay up to date on new episodes.
The state of is asking all residents to shelter in place and await further instructions from state officials. This is not a drill. Please stay inside and don't venture out for loved ones. Those outside should make their way home. Those at home should confirm the identity of anyone they live with before letting them inside. Lock your doors and turn off your lights near windows. Keep noise to a minimum. If a gentleman knocks or rings on your door asking to play Nintendo 64 games, do not let him in. I repeat, if a gentleman knocks or rings on your door asking to play Nintendo 64 games, do not let him in. Man is Caucasian, roughly 30 years old, most likely dressed in Mario-themed sweatshirt and Mario pajamas, holding a cardboard box with N64 written on it in Sharpie. That is Nevada 64 written on it in Sharpie. Do not allow him inside your house or apartment. If anyone like this approaches your door, do not answer and promptly call 911 or the local police. If a gentleman knocks or rings on your door asking to play Nintendo 64 games, do not let him in. The state is currently facing a Class S anomalous event. Details on what a Class S anomalous event entail are being restricted at this time. Please remain calm and sheltered in place. Numerous Caucasian males identifying themselves as Mewtwo Master Sigma have been spotted across the state, seeking entry into citizens' homes. Do not allow these target Sigmas into your house. Emergency services are taking action. This is no drill. If you smell body odor outside your house, please do not attempt to cover it up with Axe body spray. Contact police as soon as possible.
Can I read you guys a quick story here?
Sure.
Absolutely, sure.
Okay.
I'm not recording, but sure.
I'm recording, just in case. I'll record this.
That's just the duration of the call.
So, I don't want any of you guys to find the story. I'm going to read it entirely to you. It's only about
Yes, Chris Rowan.
6 paragraphs.
Oh,
Pac-Man theory.
Nice.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
You know the yellow ball of Sprite? You know Pac-Man? P-A-C all in capital letters. Did you know he was based off a real person and his life, period? This boy's name was Pablo. This boy had a eating problem, and the pellets are fat foods he has eaten over the years of his life, and yellow skin of Pac-Man only means that Pablo was Asian.
Damn.
Jesus.
The power pellet was the show to sweets he had eaten, and they made him feel invisible against anyone. Pablo had 4 bullies, and their nicknames were Shadow, Speedy, Bashful, and Pokey.
Okay, we're getting into Five Nights at Freddy's territory here.
Yeah.
Bonnie Chica, Shadow, my dude Speedy over here.
Yeah. Shadow was nicknamed that because he was always in the shadows.
Damn.
Speedy was called that because she was the fastest in the group.
Makes sense.
Bashful was the shy one, but still hurtful. And Pokey was named Pokey for poking Pablo a lot.
I'm sure this guy does not have a problem with women. He was not bullied at all.
No.
Has no problem with Asians.
No.
In fact, he is one.
Yeah.
This was written by Ian Miles Chong.
This was actually written by Sam Rainbow. So
this is actually right before
he was bullied by his giant Chinese mom, like, constantly, when he was growing up.
It's the plot to Isaac. Pablo wasn't allowed to call them by their nickname or real name, so they told him to call them by his own nickname. So he called Shadow Blinky because when he wasn't in the shadows, he was blinking.
Wow.
Speedy was called Pinky, since she always wore pink when not around her bully friends. Bashful was called Inky because he loves pens.
Bashful was a guy.
I think Speedy was a girl.
I think they're all girls in my headcanon.
That makes sense.
And this man is totally not getting bullied in like a femdom doujin.
Where's my Rule 34 fucking Pac-Man ghost? Like,
you don't want to look at that.
Alright, so we've got one more character that needs to be nicknamed here. Pokey was called Clyde because Pokey was called Clyde because he thought of this name while sleeping.
Alright.
Sure. Okay.
Shadow was the meanest to Pablo. He was the leader of the bullies. The reason the ghost turns blue at some point in Pac-Man is because they all wear blue because Shadow forced them. Okay.
This is great.
Yeah.
You'll never guess who Pinky or Speedy was. Yup, she was Pablo's sister. And she still bullied him at home. Bashful was one of the nicer one to Pablo, almost his friend when he isn't being forced to bully Pablo. Pokey was a husky one, and would push around Pablo. Pablo wished someone would care more about him like Bashful would. You know how when Pac-Man dies, he kind of goes over and disappears? That's because that is Pablo having a heart attack and dying. Pablo had died because of his eating problem and how much stress of the bullies and his older sister had put on him. Bashful is the only one that cared, not even his sister.
Wow, I can't believe they made a Life of Pablo concept story off of the concept album by Kanye West.
Yeah.
It's just like Death of the Deathson family, but not as funny.
I can't believe he was husky. Like a husky kid.
This was clearly written by a peppery
Mad Pat, yeah.
What if Inky actually liked pens? But that's just a theory.
He straight up did that with the first FNAF game. He was like, this clearly was based off of a dude who shot up like a restaurant that he worked at.
Because he liked pens.
It's fucking bullshit.
Hello, I'm DP, and welcome to Ashcan Tips, a segment where I break down how to write realistic, creepy, short stories. In the previous segment in this series, we discussed how to absorb and process inspiration, phase 0 of the writing process. Now we're going to break down 5 tips on what to do before you actually start writing your story proper. Phase 1, plan. Tip 1 is defining your goals and your audience. If your horror story is about a haunted video game, is the target audience the game's fandom or the horror community? It's probably smarter to aim towards the horror community, so you'll need to explain details of the haunted game, but not so much that it bogs down your story's pacing, because if that happens, then the concept just might be flawed or need retooling. Also, is the goal of your story to frighten the reader, shock them, make them feel curious but disturbed? Have a clear goal in mind and write it down. You might hear artists say, "What does it mean to you?" That isn't always a cop-out. Sometimes it's asked as a diagnostic. If you want to scare the reader, but they were grossed out, you'll have more knowledge for the next time you write a story and how to align properly with your goals. Tip 2 is to define your narrator. If your story is in the first person, as a creepypasta usually is, they might lack personality. These stories are often plot-driven, focused on monsters, mysteries, and the uncanny, not interpersonal conflicts. So here's an easy way to give your stock character a more advanced backstory and personality than most short horror stories will have. Easy. Ask yourself, which Scooby-Doo character are they? A Daphne, danger-prone and skeptical? A Freddy, brave and problem-solving? A Velma, curious yet ditzy? Or a Shaggy, cowardly but happy-go-lucky? Having a character like that as a guiding note will keep the character's actions consistent. You don't want the narrator of your story to be cowardly but continue to investigate a murder. This will remind you that cowards need to be forced into dangerous situations, and brave characters have to have real stakes set against them, etc. Tip 3 is to write what you know. Don't set a story in a car mechanic shop if you have no knowledge of cars. If you like ashcan horror, or creepypasta, whatever term you want to use, you probably have weird hobbies, interests, and knowledge that not everyone else does. If you know about masonry in 14th century Europe, or an encyclopedic knowledge of how refrigeration trucks work, don't discount those as sources of wisdom for horror stories. Horror fans focus too much on horror, and not enough on what else they can bring to the table. I have some ideas for horror stories involving installing car bombs, but no knowledge on how to make it believable. Or at least that's what I'll say if the FBI comes knocking. Tip 4 is to know when to lie. If a story has thousands of people dying or having terrible things happen to them, the media is going to report on it unless it's happening in China. So don't write that unless you aren't going for realism. Handle writing anything that logically be covered far and wide with care. You can tack on small things like a conspiracy to a known fact, like how I said the creator of Betty Crocker was stabbed to death by a fictional character under mysterious circumstances. But do be careful to respect the dead, handle with care, and ask for advice in private if you're not sure how people will react. Tip 5 is a big subject, so it's going to have its own segment later on. This is building a skeleton for your story. For now, it's important to lay out, point by point, what will happen in your story with simple, sentence-long plot points. Some believe in winging it or stream of consciousness writing, but I believe having a plan is almost always better than not. You can always change a plan or add stuff later, but without a plan, you can write yourself into a corner. Prior planning prevents piss-poor performance. Again, I'll revisit this subject later. I could talk a lot about bullet pointing out a story. and how it's like visual artists doing thumbnails. You figure out challenges and problems early, the important things. I hope these tips help you write something fun and unique. And the next segment, I'll actually be talking about how to execute your story and things to keep in mind as you're going. Please take a second to hit that like button and maybe go to youtube.com/creepypasta to see the fruits of this process in action.